God's grace, this nice taxi man took me home. I don't know how to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I ended up in my bed. I woke up.
So that's something you regret doing.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I could have got raped.
Huh?
Yeah.
Raped by
the Uber driver or the regular taxi driver.
Oh, come on.
They didn't have video on the camera. You could have got diddled.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. First off, we need to remember this is the past, and we need to let the past be the past. Okay. So, Cuff Kutt Podcast. I'm Cutty the Barber.
Man, why don't you tell your story
I'm going to tell a story. You tell people who you are every time. They don't know who you are. Cuff what?
Cuff Johnson.
Beyonce Cuff It.
Because he cuffed it. Okay.
But no, honestly, let the past be the past. But here it is. I was in high school senior year, and we marched at the Washington Redskins Miami Dolphins game.
Wow.
I was the section leader of the saxophone section. This was 1993.
So you played the saxophone?
Yeah. They called me Kenny Jew, by the way. Anybody that know me know I played that horn.
Kenny Jew.
Kenny G.
Kenny Jew?
Kenny G.
Oh,
ain't no Jews over here, bro. We don't do that. I'm talking about my nose. But listen. So before the game, I went with one of my bandmates, and we had something called Red. It was a Red Bull.
So it was malt liquor?
Malt liquor, slick, small liquor bull. Yeah. Listen, so I was drinking that, and we had some Mad Dog 2020, or it might have been Wild Irish Rose. I don't know.
Y'all spent $10 for all this,
bro. We was lit, bro. So I go on the band field, right, and man, I go off on the band. I cuss him out. Man, they had to take me off the field, bro. So I woke up at 11 o'clock that night in my bed with my uniform still on. Missed the whole game. My mom and dad was there looking for me. They didn't even know what had happened to me. Hell, I didn't know what had happened to people. Told me I was cussing the band director out. I was cussing people out on the field.
You just acting a fool.
I was totally out of my mind, bro. And I really regret that because
they called a Mad Dog after that.
Luckily, I got a chance to still march when I went to Florida A&M. I was in the band, and I got to go a lot of places and everything. But that really was something I wish I could take back. But it's the past. But let it be the past. But I just don't. Things like that can come back up and haunt you.
The haunt you how though? There's no videotape back in the day.
Let's talk about it. Back in the day. Hold on, bro. We had camcorders first of all. We put them on our shoulder. Yeah, you forgot about that.
Just
or the
like
handheld.
Just like with Freaknik, they're bringing all that stuff out, right?
Let's talk about that then.
Okay.
Nah, how about this?
So I heard on Hulu they're bringing this is a PSA for all my old fellas out there. They coming for y'all. They're coming out with a documentary on Freaknik.
Are they coming out with it, or is it still being blocked? Because you know they got some people.
I seen a picture of Kanye in it.
What?
That's how. Yeah.
What?
Kanye's everywhere. I think he's like a time traveler. Yo.
Bro, he weird like a time traveler. I remember I went to Freaknik in '93.
Oh, we're gonna find that out.
And because I was behind the camera. See, so I made sure that nobody had a picture of me doing nothing, bro.
You were doing all the nonsense on the camera.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. I seen people having sex in the car, driving down Old Nat.
I've heard.
I've seen people, well, at this time, it has a little dance where everybody get around the girl, and they kind of dance around in a circle with the girl and rape the girl or take the girl clothes off.
You were participating?
No.
Okay, see, that's why you got to imply, like, I was behind the camera. I didn't record none of this.
I didn't record that.
This is alleged, right?
That's allegedly.
Yeah,
but I'm saying I saw it, but I didn't record it because
that's crazy. That's a rape case.
So that's what ended up making Freaknik so bad. But here's the thing: now you got these people who are in high-ranking positions, CEOs of companies, judges, and lawyers, and they're embarrassed because if you look at some of these pictures and the videos, it's pretty disparaging, bro.
I think it's crazy because now it's even more worse. Now, like we live stream ourselves in clubs at IG on
John Morant.
Yeah, that John Morant. But we're like, I've been in situations where I don't know that many pictures. I mean, I don't hope no one sends pictures through this because of the fact, but I haven't been in too many situations where usually a camera comes out, I'm hiding beside something.
I don't want to be on nobody's camera.
I know in a recent event, there was a picture taken, and I was just like, yo, let me just
I'll
hide.
You got that.
I'm a big guy, so I have to hide real good, but I know how to move. When I start seeing cameras coming on, I'm dipping. Yeah. Because I don't want to be put in a bad position where I'm on camera. I mean, now that I'm over, I got somewhere I was underage in situations that are allegedly there was alcohol, but I don't know who was participating. Yeah. But now that I'm older, it's kind of like, yeah, you have a beer in your hand. So what?
Yeah. That's not always a so what, because you might get
even a beer.
No, but listen, what are some guys that have gotten bought down because of that, of stuff and videos and tweets that they put on the internet?
Yeah, they're always canceling somebody, but some of it's justified. Like the Jonathan Major stuff, I'm hearing it's kind of looking kind of bad.
That's terrible, bro.
But I feel bad. I don't feel bad for him, but if it's true, it's true. But they're digging in his past, boy.
He must have getting ready to blow.
It's crazy. They didn't do a background check on him.
Yeah.
They didn't even do a background. They said, yo, you Kang.
Yeah.
You're going to be next 6 movies.
What they do. Michael B. Jordan helped him out on that one. So listen up. Answer this question right here. kids.
Right.
If you were to give them some advice.
Which kids? My kids?
No, well, your kids, all kids, just the generation.
On?
What would you tell them about making sure that they kind of live that spotless, blemish-free, at best, at all, possibilities that it becomes able to be done. Mm-hmm. But what do you think? How would you tell them? Hey, man, you see this Freaknik documentary, and these people 30 years ago didn't think this would be out.
Yeah.
So what do you, what you would tell them?
NDAs,
yeah.
I'm walking around with an NDA in my hand. Yeah. If I'm dealing with anybody, I'm going to a club party. If I see a phone, I don't think I'm that big of a person to even get in there. But I would limit my phone use when I'm out with friends. I'd make sure I'm of age. Mm-hmm. If I'm smoking something or doing something illegal, I shouldn't be doing it in the first place. But why record putting a gun out or snorting coke or smoking weed or doing a drug deal on IG Live? Like, it's like, it doesn't make sense to do it as an adult, but when you're young, you think you get clout for doing these reckless things.
Yeah, you don't think like past 18 or 21.
Or even more so, recording yourself intimately with your partner that's not shared for yourself, and then you start spreading it.
Yeah.
That's illegal. You go to jail for one because that's revenge porn or whatever it's called.
That's a charge.
Yeah, that's illegal. You can't be spreading somebody. What are you, booty talk?
No, I'm just saying, that's a charge that you could arrest. You would actually arrest somebody for that?
Yes, if you record somebody else having sex, and then you pass it around, that's revenge porn.
What?
That's illegal.
Boy, y'all got all kind of charges. Bro, y'all need to know what you should do. Get a handbook out to people so we know what the hell to do and what not to do.
Why would you?
How you gonna know this revenge porn on this documentary? Basically, them girls naked, and they upside down, bro. They open up their lips.
I'm sure what they did was they went and got these people's release, just like with anything else. They'll get a release off of something, and then they'll deal with the lawsuits later. So
you own it?
On what?
On the tapes?
No, I'm not. I was like 6. If you see me, I'm in a diaper.
Little baby sitting on top of
little baby's kids.
Yeah,
my mom probably holding me up. I'm sorry, mom.
Exactly.
I'm just playing.
Yeah,
She wasn't African. My mom was not African.
Put it on out there, bro.
No.
Come on, it's okay, bro.
No, I was in Germany, I think, at the time, because my brother was born in Germany in that time period.
Well, see, I think that a lot of times we forget that everything is like historical and recorded now. Like you were saying, you do IG Live, you do Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Everything, nothing disappears off the internet.
No.
You can say you delete a video and they'll bring up stuff. They go into that archive and put your life out there.
You piss off the right person, they will find your information.
Yeah.
Mess around if you want to. They will find anything. They'll find you in a club with the security camera.
So what's the importance of being a spotless and
not
clean?
Don't do dumb stuff.
But when you're kids, you do dumb stuff.
That's once again.
So you're not there trying to control what you do now and later?
I'm not trying to get any type of cancellation, but I've survived it, and I don't think I've put out. I never really stepped out like that. There's times. There's a couple times.
Radio silence.
No, but I'm thinking of all the times that I.
Well, give me one.
It's just me being drunk and like I was never like reckless.
This is pre law enforcement.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
This is way pre. This is like 21-year-old me in military times when I was going out and I thought I was the man drinking Patron shots to start off the night. And next thing you know, I'm taking this thing called liquid cocaine and next thing you know, I'm falling downstairs. Next thing you know, God's grace, this nice taxi man took me home. I don't know how to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I ended up in my bed. I woke up.
So that's something you regret doing.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I could have got raped.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Raped by who?
The Uber driver or the regular taxi driver.
Oh, come on.
They didn't have video on the camera. You could have got diddled.
Oh, my God, bro. Oh, man. So you're going to get drunk and get raped.
I don't want to.
You got to remember your nothing. Just, bruh.
Dog, you don't hear about the Uber drivers?
Yeah, taking the girls.
They
not
take
boys.
booty holes.
Not boys.
I'm sorry,
I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard. That's something new to me, bro. I ain't know about booty holes being taken.
Pause and cancel the pause on all of those comments.
X-rated, sorry. X-rated.
Said booty.
Sorry, 12 and unders.
So anyway,
they saying that anyway. They don't care.
Talking about the past, yes. You got to be able to watch your decisions will be played out, either good or bad.
And I always tell my kids and the other kids whose hair I cut, that when you make bad decisions, you lose all control over your consequences.
Right.
So if you make a bad decision, like for instance, these people did back in the day with Freaknik, and you did that then, which was a bad decision, you can't control what happens now.
Yeah.
So what about the people who's suing to get them not to have a documentary release? Isn't that the First Amendment right? Well, I got the right to freedom of press.
But then if you didn't ask for permission to be on the film, I think you could have a legit lawsuit.
How would you find out people that you have videos from 30 years ago? That's
I would sue Hulu. I think they're gonna get a lawsuit. I think they prepare.
My price gonna go up.
You know what? Hulu is wilding. You know, they will do something, get sued, pay out the lump sum.
Fox News did the same thing.
Yeah,
everybody pay all them corporations.
That. There's a lot of things that end up not true at the end of the day, and we just gotta face it in the moment. You gotta take your little heat.
Oh, it's true. It's very true. There wasn't no CGI and Photoshop and
Freaknik?
Yes, sir.
But that's different. No, it is what it is.
That was wild, bro. That was like, I promise you, like,
I've heard it's probably the most bananas. It's kind of like, if you think about it, a frat party in a college. Like, I've been to some college parties. People getting beat up with crowbars. You running because people spraying shots.
Yeah.
You in the wrong place at the wrong time. You shouldn't be at that club because you don't even go to the college. Why are you at a college party?
Yeah. No, hey, look, we used to go to Black Beach weekend in Daytona.
Oh Lord.
Now that could be something that could.
I feel like that sounds like you get stabbed with needles. It was, that's a dirty beach.
But not in the early '90s, bro. It was really cool.
That y'all made it dirty then?
Yeah.
Can't
us
take
folk,
my kids there.
us folk, we made it real bad. I think it's the first time when they started blocking off the streets so you couldn't go in a certain direction. They have all the traffic form in one way, nowhere to turn left onto the side streets, and they control when you turned around. Because like I said, people was taking stuff, girls.
Looting?
I don't know about booty. Oh, looting. Okay, I mean, you keep talking about booty. You ain't got still stuck on that thing you said about booty. But I'm saying, like, that was when I first remember I had never seen traffic control.
Right.
They literally had the whole, like, 2-mile strip on A1A, and then they're going to International Speedway, and everything would just be like closed. You couldn't turn. You couldn't. You know, that was the first time I saw it. But then I thought about it. What we did in the past, was affecting our future. Yeah. Because now it took about 3 years, and that whole event was over. Goombay Smash down in Miami was wild as I don't know. You ever been to a carnival before? No. Oh man, it's half-dressed women everywhere. Yeah, I've heard about it. Yes, but they had a Goombay Smash. In Miami.
That sounds like a Mario video game.
I don't know, but all I know is it was in Miami and it was really, really, really wide open. Right. So a lot of people have done things, and what I'm trying to get to is a lot of people have done things and been places that they may regret in the future. Yeah. But then you're telling me I can't live my life when I'm living it at that time. I'm not allowed to make mistakes. I'm supposed to just be this perfect guy that does nothing wrong.
Yeah, that's impossible because everyone has skeletons in their closet.
So then why do you feel the people who are suing Hulu or whoever the case may be, what grounds do they really have to stand on? Because they did these things, and nobody was talking about an NDA. But now you want to sue a company that's just publishing something that talks about the past.
I feel like your privacy and if you don't want your skeletons out, why force it out? Why be that? If you don't do nothing now, you're just trying to you live your life positive now. Stay away from what you did in the past. Why bring it up?
So this part of the cancel culture.
Yeah, and everything is cancel culture now. Yeah. Any little thing you've done or ever did or will do can be treated as cancel culture.
So why is it
even this podcast? I've said probably 5-6 things that I'm like, oh boy, that might be cancel culture.
No, it's not impossible. It's not possible.
I know.
We're not gonna get canceled.
I'm
it's
not
Cuff Kutt Podcast.
Yeah. Untouchable Teflon.
Yeah, we Teflon Dons over this thing. We ain't going nowhere. But yeah, honestly speaking, I know a lot of people now, and you know, since I was speaking in '93 and you know those times when it was still going, I think it ended maybe in '96. People still had other iterations.
There's other outlets of doing these things though.
No,
you think about it. In Miami recently, they were like running around chasing each other and wilding. They wild out. Man. It's just not Freaknik.
Right. And there's only one Freaknik.
The name has changed, but it's the same thing.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Freaknik was kind of a different animal. See, you too young to understand. I think he was 4 in '93, if I'm not mistaken. So you really wouldn't understand it. But
I understand that.
Listen, you had Captain Luke.
Okay.
Captain D. Cumming, right?
Yeah.
You had
Automobile people.
Bruh,
Trick Daddy.
Man, you get Trick Daddy, JT Money. Yeah. And all they talked about was shaking booties.
Okay.
And blowjobs and
all these ratchet
raunchy.
Right.
2 Live Crew. It was the height of their power.
Right.
So that whatever went down at that time was ratchet.
So we're gonna blame the music?
It was ratchet.
We're gonna blame the music?
It was booty shaped.
But what about now when we talk about drill music?
But that's where they got it from. See, they don't even know that's where they got it from.
Music for our
Bro, listen.
Here we go.
But everything in the past, you want to keep in the past, right? But the past repeats itself.
Yeah.
I was cutting hair, this dude hair, and at the time, I think he's probably long gone by now. He was like 80.
Okay.
But he would come in and he would just get an edge. He barely had hair holding on up top, bro.
Stevie Wonder?
Man, look, and he had me put a little shoe polish on top of his head for him and everything. But he told me braids was something they did in the 30s and the 40s.
Yeah.
perms, relaxers, and curls, and doing a little flips on the end. Something they did back then. He said nothing changes. He said it just goes and comes.
Right.
So if you look at it, the same thing they was doing in the 90s, they doing it again right now. And it's just a time.
Yeah, I agree.
Dreads. I was tired of cutting hair for a minute because everybody came and had dreads and all they wanted was an edge. Right. You know how much money, how many times you got to cut people hair to do about 30 edges in a day?
20.
You know what I'm talking about? In late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
Bro, it was a mess. But it was just a style and
until
a fad.
Nelly came out and the fade came.
They went back to the brush cuts and the fades, and Nas came out with his little part. You know what I'm saying?
So then, I guess we're going towards closing. Is just what do you give to the young people?
Watch the decisions that you make.
Yeah.
Like I said before, you make a bad decision, you lose control over the consequences. If you want to build a control the narrative that's viewed on you, make sure that you make good decisions.
Self-control.
Use and practice self-control.
Right. Self-control and discipline will get you a long way. I'm saying this from experience. Self-control and discipline all day will get you further than anything else.
Cuff Kutt Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Stop being on camera, yo.
Get caught up.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me,